let's get it. I bought for 16 passenger, this a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge, the coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn, she took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she says,
hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. First of all, I'd like to say welcome to everybody. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Please be sure that you guys hit that like button, and I hope by the end of this video that you will want to, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're all family over here, and we hope that you join us. Today we're going to be talking about Keesh Kaylee. We're going to be talking about the video that she put out today. Before we get into that, however, like I said, be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't not done so already, please subscribe. We do have a membership program coming up later in the month. I hope you look out for that. Information about it will be on our community wall. Now, Keesh went and put up a video. Every time she posts now, she dedicates a portion of her video to her life as a realtor, as she loves to call herself. Now, somebody made a point to say she's a real estate agent and not a realtor. I don't know the difference. I don't know why she would be considered one and not the other. But she did her due diligence. She passed the test, and she is practicing real estate in the state of Georgia, which is also where I live. Now, another thing, I used to be a mortgage loan officer, so I'm pretty well versed in a lot of that, and a lot of my friends are real estate agents. Honestly, when you work as a realtor or in the mortgage loan officer arena, you are around a certain type of people. A lot of your people that you spend a lot of time talking to are real estate agents. They may also be people who do the appraisals, anything surrounding the arena of home loan origination and selling and buying homes. So she mentioned that she had a new mortgage loan company that she was collaborating with, and she had a loan product for potential customers. Honestly, that's a good idea. If she can identify a specific type of customer, it makes it easy if all of her customers are the same type of customer. Now, one thing that I thought was interesting is the fact that she is looking to work with people with a credit score of 580 to 620. Yet, she mentioned on her Instagram that she put up some houses that she, I believe, have listed as a listing agent. Now, I went over there and I looked at one of the houses, and the house was a $550,000 house. I think it was a 5-bedroom, 4-bath. Now, not that it cannot happen, but the likelihood of a person with a 580 credit score being a person trying to buy a $550,000 house, it just does not go together. Also, if she is looking to work with subprime lenders, or should I say purchasers, there's a certain place, certain markets, and certain areas you go and find these customers. Now, when I used to do loans, what I would do is I would get my customer, I would pre-qualify them, and then I would have people that I worked with as far as real estate agents that I would send my people to. They were already ready to buy. And then, we found the home. They found the home with their agent. We were already pre-qualified. We went straight into underwriting to try to make the situation as small as possible. Now, I'm not going to lie. The customers that I worked with, honey, I had customers with 520 credit scores. Now, I'll be honest with you also, at this time, This was in the, now when I was doing active loans, it was around 2008. And my motto was, what I used to put in my ads is, if you have a breath, you can buy a house. It was something like that. Um, and it was a picture of me standing there with a serving tray and a house on top of it. And when I tell you, every time that ad ran in any local anything, baby, my phone was ringing off the hook. Dang, I can't remember the exact way I put it. But anyway, my point is to say this. She is misrepresenting some information when she puts out what she put out. She said that if you have a 280 or higher score, that they have a loan product that allows you to have 100% down payment. Your down payment paid 100%. Now, what I'm thinking the program that they're offering is the FHA home loan. You can get an FHA loan for a score of as little as 575. Now, if you're under a 575, you can do a higher down payment and you can get a loan still. Now, here's the thing about it. It is true that the down payment can be paid through a down payment program. They bring the money to the table. When the loan is closed, they are reimbursed out of the loan proceeds. Here's the thing about that. For every time that this scenario is done on a truth in lending statement, there must be positive equity in order to pay back the individual who brought the money to the table. And there's a fee also with that. So you have to pay their money back plus the fee, which I think is 1 or 2% of the amount of money that they brought to the table. So what she needs to do is, before she goes live and put this information out there, she needs to ensure that she has all the details, and she needs to ensure that she represents the details appropriately, because you can really get people mad. I mean, if you give them the thought that they can become a homeowner, that the down payment is paid, and then they get there, they find the house of their dreams, and this house doesn't work with the scenario, they're going to be pissed. They are, because you have given them a hope of something that's unachievable with that scenario. You have to ensure that you let them know all the details of the program. If there's a payment to be made, what it is. They still have to bring their earnest money. How much is that? A lot of times on situations like that, they require more earnest money to be brought to the table. I mean, there's so much to be said about that. And the thing about it is, KEESHA is very driven. She's definitely a go-getter. She is someone who is very happy to be in the position that she's in. But sometimes you can be a little too driven and inadvertently not do things the right way. So she needs to make sure of that. Another thing is, she's doing a lot of her marketing on YouTube. She is talking to her YouTube followers. She's talking to people on Instagram. And if we look at the dynamics of the people who watch her versus the dynamics of the people who are her friends, these are very different people. The folks who watch her are a lot of single parents. There are a lot of young girls. Some of them may be her age, but I'm willing to bet a lot of them are a lot younger. They are mothers. They probably don't have the greatest credit. And if they do, they damn sure don't have the readily available money. That's why her sales are changed with her business. That's why the dynamics of her things are different. She strives to be a middle to high earning type of young lady. But the people who watch her are not exactly the same. Some of them may be, but the abundance of them who may be calling her, who may be reaching out to her, who may be interested in purchasing, are probably not the same type of people. So she needs to be careful and ensure that the products and services that she is marketing to her audience is the right products and services. For example, if she has a lot of young women who may have a little bit of challenge credit, not so much, may not even have credit, she needs to look at an FHA type of product. or I don't even know if Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac still have their products. We used to could do them at a 6 to a 620 on a guaranteed loan, guaranteed by certain companies. But I don't even know if those products are still around. They took a lot of hits back in the 2008 mortgage crisis. Now, FHA, there's still a product around. It is not going anywhere either. It is based on not your credit, but different variables of your finances. I believe it used to be 2941, what your debt to income ratio had to be. Now it's different. I actually looked it up last year because I was helping someone do a loan, but I can't remember. It's not 2941 anymore, though. But I think they let you have up to a 43% DTI now. I don't remember, but whatever the case is, all of the loans are fixed, which is a good thing. But like I said, most of the people who qualify do have things on their credit, and you have to know how to handle those things. Also, you have to know how to underwrite around deficiencies, like maybe a late payment on a credit card bill or a late payment on rent. It's a lot there. She is not a loan officer, and she should not be speaking with people on that level. If she wants to get people to come into her who may have certain credit scores, she needs to do some kind of live with her lender and let the lender speak, because they have more experience, because they have the ability to tell them all the qualifications, and it just would fare better for what she's trying to do. I applaud her efforts, though. But I just wanted to speak on that because it's very important that you not give bad information when it comes to trying to put loan information out there or trying to speak to people on behalf of selling or buying homes on the financial side of things. Realtors are not financial specialists. They do not do loans. They are not qualified to underwrite. They are not qualified. They may take the documents and pass it along to the mortgage loan officer, but they are not the person who is responsible for the loan or any aspects of such, and therefore they should not be speaking on the behalf of that. It's just not to the best interest of the customer. So guys, that's all I really had to say. The other thing that happened in the video was just her taking the babies to the aquarium, which, their little islands are always cute when they do things and take the babies places. So that's really not anything to talk about. My biggest concern was about the issue of her speaking on the situation of that financial program and the loan officer, and maybe possibly her misleading people, because that's just not something you want to do. I remember someone telling me I was financially approved for a car that I wanted. I was so freaking excited. They even had me clean out my old car and prepare to get in a new car just for them to come and tell me that I never really was approved. I guess they thought they could get me approved, so they just told me I was. That was the worst feeling. Not because they told me I wasn't, but because they made me feel that I was. They had me clean my car out, take all my stuff out my car, just to have to put my stuff back in that car and go home. I was so hurt because they gave me the ability. I didn't even go there that day really to buy a car. I went to get my other car serviced, but they gave me the impression that I was going to be able to do something that I wasn't going to be able to do. So that is not something you want to do to anybody. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and we will talk about it in the next video. Bye for now.
Get it. Hop off a 16 passenger, this a G5, no, this not a Challenger. Big one. I keep some members with me in the fridge, the coat seats, they some cannibals. Eaters. They like to geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn, she took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she say she saying 3D. Wow. I go in the jungle and they got a coat, I bet I come out with a mean. I bet I do this shit for the fam, cause this shit